So let's talk a little bit more about why we use this offensive setup. It's called the open side, break side, deep, because you cut to the open side, then you cut to the break side, then you cut deep. Obviously you have bumping along the way. So it doesn't matter who cuts in first of the hot cutters. Let's just see what happens. 3 cut in, number 2 went deep. If you turn back around, you'll run into each other. All right, so let's reset that. Now it doesn't really matter who cuts in, 2 or 3. Looks like number 2 cut in. And then, all right, we got our awesome little set here. Big reason we want to have the cold cutters be the cold cutters is, say the cutter on the break side here burned his defender and they're going deep, but then you have number 4 going, then not only do you have your own teammate, but you have the 2 defenders there deep. What we'd like to see is just be unselfish, let your hot cutters be the hot cutters, it'll be your turn soon. Obviously take advantage if no one's cutting, but in this situation, looked like they had a great deep option and the cold cutter just kind of got bored and decided to make that deep cut. So the person with the disc obviously wants to throw anywhere. In a perfect world, they just throw to the break side over there, right? That's what the mark's trying to take away, or throw to the break side there. If you can't do that, that's great. If not, that's why we have this big elaborate offense set up. Doesn't really matter who cuts in first. We go to the open side, and then as they're hitting the break side, that little throw over there. Now, why is this a common play? It's common because while the mark is there, we're expecting the thrower to be able to get some sort of throw off. It's only a 5 or 10 foot pass, but it's still a big play because it gets the defense out of position. From here, we get that swing continuation going deep. If you didn't notice, the cold cutter on the left side, as they were coming across the field, actually started cutting deep and then made that in cut. So the cold cutter is waiting for the disc to get swung to their side and they're already prepping it. As that disc is in the air, the cold cutter is making that deep cut and then cutting in. In theory, they could do the exact opposite. They could cut in and then go deep. So let's reset it here. Let's say we just got that pass off, but no one's open. Now notice how we have 3 handlers sagging back and only 3 cutters downfield. So that doesn't make sense. So here's a bunch of arrows. It seems kind of complicated, but really everyone just needs to reset in the position. The biggest thing to look at is the off handler is going to cycle and become a cutter. So notice everyone's just going to jockey to their new position. And now we have our new hoe stack. Now let's say that we're doing our cuts, we swing to the other handler. Now look at number 4, makes that in cut, and then someone make that deep cut. How do you know who to make that deep cut? It's a lot of that communication with your mouth, with your eyes. So only having one person cutting deep at a time. So let's reset this, say the disc is caught on the sideline. That farthest handler is actually in this switch to become a cutter. So let's watch as we reset. There we go. So we have our new offense and they are stuck on the sideline. Obviously we want to get a continuation play going, but if not, we'll just reset up our stack. So it doesn't matter who cuts in out of the 2 hot cutters. Looks like number 3 cut in and they're going to go break side. Now they have 3 options here. They can bump one of the 2 or just go deep. Then, as you can imagine, play just cycles as normal there.